Alright peeps, welcome back to Fireside, episode 3. We spent the entirety of the last episode here trying to get this big bad lad in before the Badtide, which, you know, you might be able to notice we didn't quite get it in there. Bloody almost though, look at that. Now before we unceremoniously unpause the game, let's get the working hours back down to 18 here. And I want to slip off the building range, just for now, for this little bit of area here. So let's check our building range. Why we're out of it. So knee builder beavers should come over here and start chilling about in the bad water. And now it's time to unceremoniously pause the game as we go face to face with old mate here. Get away, I hope you didn't get contaminated. And ye mate, are you still coming out? Whoa, pause. Alright, we've still got to build a beaver who had a job to come over here. So we're going to pause that. Who was it? It was Did the legend! Oh, we can't be letting Did get contaminated. Did? Turn your beaver tail right around. Did it turn around? Did it turn around? Get out of there, Did it, mate? Did it? Why on earth did you keep going? Why are you going? Mate, spin around. You paused, you're not a builder anymore. Get out of the bloody bad water. Get out of here and stay out of here. Oh, no, I'm just going to pretend I didn't see old mate there. We need to do a quick sysrep. What's going on with this bloody big waterfall here? Oh, it's red. Everything's red. We're contaminated. Ah! Now, unfortunately, we are already too far gone here. We are not going to be able to get this in time. If you have a look, we still need to get an entire 2 floodgates in here and a couple of levees. So, beavers, if you wouldn't mind slurping up any clean water you can, 4 beaver builders get back in action. I'm going to leave yours highlighted just to make sure you haven't gone back over there for a moment. I've got 2 beavers sitting around day and night. Let's unpause some bloody farmhouses. Get the farmhouses unpaused. 3 beavers in each, ripping up all the food you can. Get amongst it, beavers. That leaves her with knee builders, but that is fine. It means there's definitely not going to be any beavers coming over here and getting contaminated. We've got 1 contaminated. Reggie, you absolute plebe. Reg, why do you do this to her, pal? You've left us in a situation I didn't want to be in. I had a whole spiel about I didn't want to get any beavers sick and contaminated. I mean, actually, to be fair, I am only 70% sure that healing the beavers is a decontamination pod. It's a bloody decontamination pod that requires... What? Fire juice? Oh, look, what's this bloody fire juice here? Phoenix essence. Right. Now, how does one go about getting some Phoenix essence? The Phoenix Distillery. Oh my, that looks even harder than the bloody iron teeth. I need to have a barrel of lecky, a little bundle of charcoal, and a bloody capsicum. Alright then. In that case... Old mate's going to live out the rest of his existence. Our hero! Oh, the only issue is at this point in time, it's a bloody peach fought on in it. 1 beaver at random. Is it going to be the beaver we want? No, it isn't. Back you go. Next beaver at random. Is it going to be? No, it isn't. Why is it always 1 beaver? Will it take the unemployed beaver? Let's see, we got Halith here. What are they doing in this district here? He's a top priority farmer. Why would you nick him? Alright, I've just paused the district centre here on Fireside. We've got Reggie the plebe slurping up a little bit of water. Let's pause him, make him unemployed there. The only unemployed beaver in the whole settlement. Now when we migrate 1 beaver over, who is it? Oh yes, it's Reg the... Whoa, beaver! What done ye now, mate? You've even got your farmer's hat on and everything, man! Are you for real? Spin around, mate. Spin around! Honestly, beavers, I have no words for this. Old mate, you're going to end up here, and then I'm not going to be able to get you up here at that point in time. Get yourself back doing these ladders and farm some bloody radishes. So up here, we've got bloody Reg here, and he's knocking about, doing what he can. Now, I'm tempted to sever the bottom from the top. Temporary little connecting path. Hold up! Adi? What are you doing in there? No, did I just... I didn't, did I? Delete this path here. Reconnect it here. Pause the lumberjack that's sitting on the Rosdy and Nout. Delete this path, replace it our other side. And now we got Reg able to get his 29 bits of logs knocking about and continue building the levees over here. And I don't even care if he gets unwell. You're already unwell, aren't you, pal? This beaver spent too much time in contaminated water. I hope you like your wet fur now. We're going to get that red ball all the way up the top. That's punishment for being a bloody daft shite. You hammer that bloody floodgate in and then come back for more logs, gan back for some more hammering, and that'll be your existence until you thirst to death, pal. Can't stand a plebe beaver, like, not gonna lie. Oh, we should probably unpause old mate, shouldn't we? It looks like we're just full on storage, so we'll go back down to one of each in here. Unpause the old building hut, get some builders in there. And who's gonna end up leaving the farmhouse? Who's gonna come out without a hat? And who's gonna keep their hat? Old mate Hollett from up the top. And he was wearing that hat when he was hammering the bloody levy. Ooh, but we are making tidy little progress on our gear workshop, which means we can go into storage, get the medium tank out. Hold up. Am I to Disney planks necessary? And by planks I of course mean gears. Well, in that case I am going to delete these 4. I've been deliberating whether I should delete those 4 and plop these in for, you know, casual 60 science points. But if they only take bloody logs and planks, in that case I've got some logs and planks right here for you, beavers. Accelerate the building progress of those bad lads. Let's see about unpausing these 4 inventors. We'll pause these 2 slurpers because they're doing nout at the moment. This is a bloody dirty little bad river here. The thing we spent the last episode trying our best to avoid. You know what, let's have ourselves a little speedy up bit while all of these oaks get contaminated and die. Look at them. The pumpkin's contaminated, the peppers are contaminated, the tomatoes are done in. We'll probably even have a shriveled radish or 2 knocking about. An 84 water. Oh no, we've got more than that. Oh, I was in a panic there for a sec. We have water on the deck here. 60 of it. Oh no, shouldn't we have 90 water? Don't these hold 30 each? Yeah. Beavers? Would you mind kindly explaining in such a way where I don't feel like I've just deleted 30 water out of rubble there by placing those tanks on top without moving the rubble first? Well, I've officially waited here all day for a beaver to come by and answer my question. Not a single one did. I guess a certain Cupcake made 30 water vaporise into thin air. What? Wait, whoa, hang on. Did he clock that, peeps? I think this beaver here was just about to go deliver some water in the tanks and he rocked up to the corner, saw they were missing and chucked a Yui. I'm definitely going to have to replay that, like. I hope that actually happened and it wasn't just in me imagination, like. That would be bloody cracking. Oh! This wasn't part of the plan. I mean, I probably shouldn't have left a plebe alone building the rest of this now, should I? I wonder if we go down to 0 here, if this will help. Bad water's certainly flowing over there, but with a bit of speed 3, that did not help in the slightest. Lovely. While I'm here, before I forget, let's actually set these up here to go up and doom when Badtide start and stop. I've just been sitting here overnight, right, thinking, why haven't the beavers picked up these logs here? And then I remembered, this little warehouse here, it's our only bloody pile, and it's set to bloody planks. Now the beavers can have access to all of these logs here. I think there's 6 logs. Well, that's our reach because we've got a lumberjack flag doing the bottom, and a handful of oaks to get chippity chopping. Oh, look, and reg the plebe, I want Plebeville. I swear it's actually called Plebeville, it's just too long, you can't see it. He's still got 12 logs to knock around with, 10 in the pile, and 2 on his back. It's honestly a shame we had any planks up here. We might have had this whole thing in. And you know what, actually? Looking at the water here, I don't think we need this in. Let me pause the construction of these ones here. I'm going to pause the construction of this one here to ensure we have access all the way around. And once Reg has his levy in, I'll unpause this one, trying to get 12 in, pause it. So when this water runs clean once again, the Fireside builder beavers can get in, slap some planks in, and Bob's your uncle. Now let's do a quick sit rep here. Now of course we've lost a lot of oaks due to contamination. That is unfortunate to say the very least about this whole situation. However, we still have a fair amount of oaks knocking about just simply drying out. And I make it my cakey vow to ensure we get this full repulsion system in before the next Badtide. These next 4.6 days, maybe 5.6 while we're flushing our loot, are gonna be the only time Fireside sees bad water. And look at that, we got Kaya and Kina in the builder's hut. Kaya and Kina, the building dream team. Now, I am a tad concerned about our water supply, considering I deleted 30 water, like. However, I'm too scared to hover over it in case it's bad news. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I just want to join this beaver up here and just keep pushing. I was trying to see if there was like a slow walk or a crouch thing, but there's not. I can press shift and like zoom about like nobody's business. But if I press control, I don't slow down at all. Oh, look at this. We got a builder with a plank. Let's follow the builder, run the corner so they can hammer it in the old water tank. I'm faster than you, beaver builder. I'm not even pressing shift. That's so you can get the mad in-tank angle. Look at this. Oh, knee banging. I'm speed 3ing until some beaver comes and bangs right in me face here. Oh, look at this beaver banging right in the face. See, this is a perspective you didn't get with the bloody first-person perspective mod in it. A mod which I never got to use for more than like 5 seconds at a time previously. It's so bloody good. Look, you can hang out on the little land bridge here and be like, damn, this river's bad. Real bad. And little Kit, you better stay on the radishes. They haven't gone too far doing there. I don't want you being unwell. What? Oh, they've got no bloody logs left. I was coming up here to see one unwell beaver's bad enough, but he's just picked out the bag. Oh, you stay doing there, little Kit. I know you're a bit venturous, but stay doing there for a bit. We're going to old mate chopping some bloody oaks, you know. Why not? Depending on how I'm feeling, I might even get him to build this. We'll just have to wait and see, you know. Because that can see all the oaks up in here. Now, while pondering at the campfire here, I was thinking, why didn't we use this time, when we can't really do much in terms of getting the map all safe for our beavers, to go down here, across our lovely dam that's in the correct place, and think about expanding via maybe a little staircase. Down here, and doing a little bit of bloody wood farming, because I see a natural staircase, and you know how much I bloody love a natural staircase that lets you beavers can do. But yeah, no, this is all contaminated land and will be for probably quite a while looking at that gap there. So why didn't we get some industry on the Gandoon here? And I figured we may as well fill it with things from this industry tab here, you know? Of course, after we jump in the power tab and have a look at all these engines again. So with small engines, 0.1 logs for 250 horsepower. Engines 0.1 cool for 500 horsepower. That's double the bloody horsepower. We need gears and metal for that though. And then yeah, our liquid fuel engine will get there when we get bricks and the like. So yeah, now looks like we're going to have to get our engine up and running of the small variety. Just off the edge here for now, you know, no crazy, no crazy. Although we are basically going to run out of science points any second now. Especially considering the clay pit requires skies and all, and we need to get that bad lad in. Oh no, that is a tidy little spot for it there. I like it. Let's get it on. Connect it with a little U-turn path there off the side. And honestly, I might not even bother with a bloody small lumber mill. I might just go straight to the large laddie. Have it splunked on the side there. Oh, I don't have enough science points. Alright, no bother then. In that case, can we plonk this gear workshop back in here? Just get round to it whenever you get round to it, beavers, you know. Medium priority jobby, no special. And these two doing here, they're high priorities. Not very high priorities though, just high priorities. There we go. I'll proper sorted now because we've got our very high priorities now here. And it's just a beaver banging in the last log. Go on, beaver. Why? What an absolute legend, isn't it? Whoop, can't be forgetting you. Where are you? Hey. What did I tell you? Kina and Kaya, the building duo. And it's official now. We've got Kia and Kina, followed by Kia and Kina. The building duo. Look at them. Never to be separated. 4 times as efficient as 2 beavers when they're together. You know what? I'm going to have to join them for a bit. Away, beavers. Let's go. Ooh, look at the path they're taking. Oh, yeah, because I upped the priority over here. Come on, you building legends. The dynamic duo. Banging away. Not too much longer. Oh, look at that. Tag team and teamwork 2 in 1. Oh, shit. Get out of here, MiGly. I'm going to have to be careful with that perspective. Didn't want to be a contaminated cupcake now, do we? Oh, speaking of contaminated, old mate over here. Got no better to do with his life than just mope about admiring his work. And I will say, Reg, ye may be a plebe, but you're a fair dinkum plebe. And yeah, now for now, we're going to be deleting this little bit of path action here and reconnecting down to the bottom. Oh no, didn't split up the building dream team. Kina and Kaya were in here. You can't be having that. You can't split up Kina and Kaya and Kina. 80 water to last us 3.2 days. And that actually is 80 water as well. The only thing out of the ordinary here are the floating pumpkins. There's no floating bloody water. And look at Reg here, all contaminated up. Looking canny fiery for an emberpelt, I must admit. It does suit you, pal. And I love your choice of pursuit locations. Absolutely love it. I'm seeing, yeah, in this bakery we can put peppers, corns and apples together and make some edible food. We do need a bit of charcoal as well, but we're getting there, That's what this is all about, you know. Clay pit, the kiln that I definitely didn't forget all about. Oh, we need some bloody science, didn't we? I knew I was going to go crazy this episode on science, but I didn't realise I was going to go this loopy. I think the only thing left to do is enjoy a mild, speedy up bit of some beavers banging some logs in this little bit of clay pit here. Followed by a nice casual by the campfire speedy up bit while we get the rest of this water tank in. Slash the water runs clean again. And if you're a keen-eyed beaver, you'll be able to see Reg the plebe up at the top in the plebeville. And I'm also committing to doing the speedy up bit for the rest of this cycle, because we may or may not have enough water to get through, and I don't want to know. I just want to hope and enjoy the beavers fireside, because it might be the last time I can. And I apologise tremendously, peeps, for that little camera moving at the end there. Let's come out of our little hidey hole here. It's a canny little hole there in it next to the inventor hut. Look at that lovely water come clean once again. Come out, see, we've got 2 water. But thankfully all of this unpaused. I am going to maybe want to get... Ooh, what do we do? We still need our builders. We didn't need them immediately though, but need chances. Because if you remember episode 1, we're probably going to get a bad tide warning in 2 days' time. Now there is officially no need for this because we are never getting another contaminated beaver in Fireside ever again. Reconnect this path with railings so the beavers don't fall off. I was going to see onto the bloody schnozberry patch, but it's gone. The schnozberry patch is all dried up and died due to contamination. To help out with our log supply, even though we have the perfect amount of, I'm going to go ahead, delete these 10 logs out of here. Well, delete that for the 10 logs out of there. Unlike the water, I'm not going to delete the logs. And then just allow beavers to continue building this at their leisure. There's definitely no contaminated water up here, eh? Definitely not. I'm sure that won't leach around. We'll be fine. That'll just sort itself out. The beavers won't even notice it. And I am off tempted to get some more water pumps out on the crack here. Like a one here, a one here, and a one here. And I want you to build at least those 2 beavers. Honestly, I shouldn't bother with that. Build those 2 because they're actually connected to paths. This one, we're going to have to delete this tank out the way first. Do a bit of patho extendo and replop the medium tank with a big old medium tank. Or replop the small tank with a medium tank, depending if you want to be correct with what you're saying or not. And you know what, I was hesitant to pop a little water tank here because I had to put another bit of path on. But if we're whapping medium tanks about, what's 1 bit of path when I'm destroying 4 bits of croppage, you know? I was just about to say, how's our building progress going on up here? It's not existing because we've got no builders. Of course we didn't. Let's pause at least 2 bloody inventors, because we desperately need the Skynes point. And that's only 1 in the bloody building pot. Oh, less than ideal. Less than ideal. Oh, we need the forester cracking and all. That means there's no builders. Alright, temporarily. No science. And once we replant all of these crops, aka I pop them back on replanting, I'm going to pause the farm houses and all. Oh, there's a job here that can be paused, isn't there? Old mate hour here. There's no oaks left. Well, there is. They're just not bloody growing yet. Still got a couple of days left on these, you know. 1 or 2 more days. But we must keep the old plank production up and running here. Because we still need 10 planks to get in these floodgates here. Otherwise, they're not going to be doing out for anyone. And look at that, we've got Ditted the Legend back in action as a builder. Of course he is, he's up a height. He's building the floodgate, he's building the levee, he's doing what needs to be done. And Ditted here, he will deal with the wet fur, won't you, mate? He's an absolute legendary beaver. All he has to do is think hard and he's suddenly much faster than this. 1 more plank in here and we'll have a second floodgate on the crack. And I can maximum prioritise this bad lad after that. Oh, the sun is risen. I've been waiting here all night for this. This is a proper POV action. You are a floodgate and there's a beaver builder about to come plank you for the very last time. Yeah, we're gone. I imagine it's probably Ditted and all in it. I'm half expecting a game crash here, but it didn't. Look at that. I'm still in the game. Am I stuck? Can I move? No, I'm stuck. Ah, I fell down the waterfall. Oh, but look at that. We've got our majestic second floodgate in there. Oh, another one. Get out of this, MiGly. Get this vaccine prioritised. Otherwise, we're going to spend all our resources getting this last tank in here. I've already plugged 2 more planks in there since the last time I checked. And we've got 4 planks not going to boot. I reckon we may as well unpause this levy and all. You know what? Let's have ourselves a top-down speedy up angle bit while we get the last of this bad water repulsion system in place. Technically, it doesn't need that levy to be a bad water repulsion system. The only reason that levy's going in there is to stop the fall going on the little schnozberry patch. And that's it in. It's all in. No more bad water for Fireside. Not another drop down here. Now what we need to do is think about... Oh, look at that. We got into day 3 without a warning. The game's taking pity on me, and I'll take that. And look at these queue of beaver builders. Where the gun? I was going to say to build this water tank, but it's already built. Where are you off? Oh, you're just storing the logs. Fair enough. I did see some beavers pick up this little pile here during the end of the speedy up bit there. Oh, now look at this majestic bad water system. You know what? Let's test it. Up to 1. This is a practice Badtide speed 3. Not a bit of bad water's gone in doing there. Look at it drying up. Alright, now I do want the what I do in there though, so speed 0. Or level 0, once again, depending if you want to say it correctly or not. Look at that fall covered by that lovely big pause icon. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, now this pause icon can be deleted and replopped with an oak. The evergreen oak. Oh, you can be an oak. How did you become a pine, pal? Oh, and this is evergreen now. This is evergreen. Read. What's your range, pal? Oh, they've got a little bit of range. Apple trees. Oh, I was going to maybe try and come up with something clever, but no, I want apple trees up here. I want all the apple trees. Apple garden, all up the top here. It's going to be glorious for the beavers to walk through. And to facilitate that, we're going to get some platforms on the gun. A little something like that. That's going to house one forester, one lumberjack flag, and one gatherer flag here. Hey, that gatherer flag actually can see the schnozberries over there. That's canny. We'll still have a bit of a berry supply. Now, before we get that in, I do want to ensure we get as much what I saved up here for droughts as possible, because the droughts are only getting longer here in hard mode. And if you remember the first episode, I plopped dams along here because I wanted to dam it up on the other side of this land bridge. I got a mad little comment saying I could pop floodgates here and accomplish that. Very true. However, that would require some micromanaging, and unless you're new to the MiGly Plays channel, you know, cupcakes and micromanagement, they began well together. But I have a plan, one that hopefully doesn't require constant changing of levels and that. You remember how we were going to build a big levee wall here? And that's just silly because I could place 2 levees there instead of 4 levees, and have this bonus bit of water storage here. And I want to only do 3 blocks in the water. I know I'm going too high there, but 3 blocks in the water. And I believe if I unlock some double floodgates... Oh no! Oh, I'm one further back. There we go! 3 blocks in the water. Well worth the 250 science points, even if I've got any sciences on the crack at the moment. But beavers, get that in, and also like maybe this one and this one. And I feel like I might be being a tad ambitious here, but the beaver's got the stairs in. That's not what I was gonna say, but the beaver's got the stairs in. That means we've got access to the wood dune here. We can pine it up. We've even started building the small engine there. I might lower the priority of that dune a bit. I didn't quite realise we were going to get the bloody stairs in. I'd rather have the clay pit having planks than this bloody having planks, you know? I mean, realistically, I'd rather have these be having planks. And that's right. 2, 4. Delete this lovely little lumberjack here. Whip out a handy drought! Yes, a drought! As I was going to say, whip out our handy dandy single high platform here, because we're not cheaters, and that allows us to access their knee bother. Once this is built, of course. A buzzing we got a drought though. I mean, it doesn't, like, functionally matter anymore. Because, yeah, nah. But, you know, drought, happy days, big drought. Or hopefully not a big drought, actually. You know what, we've got a drought. Ooh, what do we do? What do we do? We got 3 days. Do we have enough production for 20 planks? We got 5 in the clay pit. 4 in the small engine, that's 9. We need to produce 11 planks in, say, 2 days. And what's the water level storage like? Oh, we've still got an empty tank, and this one's barely even moist. Right then, in that case, didn't worry so hard about building this, beavers, not just yet. But worry your little tails off about getting all of these slurpers in. And why didn't we have ourselves a tidy little water slurping building, water slurper building, water slurping speedy up bit, eh? 2 AM, Ed and MiGly here. Here's the actual take that hasn't messed up. But listening to me try and say that has me so creased I have to leave it in. Why didn't we have ourselves a tidy little water slurper building, water slurping speedy up bit, eh? And there we have it. The water slurper hooses have been built, and they're getting slurped out of, and we still have Ditted the leg end hanging about as Fireside's only builder. What a leg end. See, he bloody earned that name, and I'm very happy he didn't get contaminated, because I would have tried my very best to get this bloody Phoenix distillery knocking about in the decontamination pod, but where? Have you seen the amount of shite that takes to get up and running? We've still got 1.4 days left in all of this now. Do we challenge the beavers? Do we say, go on beavers, get it in, why not? Especially since you've still got heaps of storage to fill, which I'm sure we won't. And I did have to cheekily nip off and build this out lumberjack flag here. So that's where my turner went. They went from being a builder, they started chopping doing pines doing, yeah. And very conveniently chopped doing that little bit of path there, which allows me connection up to here, which then doesn't allow me anywhere else because it's a pine in the way of the stairs. Classic Timberborn. Bloody love it. And I guess we got one half of the building, Joaquina and Kaya. up here chomping oaks. Now where's Kaya and Kina? That's the question, isn't it? What are you doing, Kaya and Kina? There's Fireside's planker. And if you think about it, they're still working as a team, aren't yous? I had to sprint backwards there because when they run, it's faster than when I move forwards. We've got one half of the team chopping logs and the other half planking them. See, they're a dream team. They'll never be separated, even if they're on different jobs. Oh, you did it! It's did it, the legend! Look at him going about to get some peace and quiet from the bloody pub cave that never lets him go. Oh, now can you? Is it possible? What happens? Is there an invisible wall? Do we even dare to try? Beavers, you know what? We will try. But not right now. Oh, clip it! Sorry, that was that was definitely peaked. Oh, okay. Jobs, we need jobs. You know what? I'm just gonna wait till the drought. Just gonna wait till the drought. It's all good. Oh, it needs water. Of course it needs water. It's a bloody clay pit. We might not be able to do too much cleaning during this drought, especially since we don't have a huge surplus of water at the moment. But what we do have is almost all of our oaks planted here, thanks to our lovely forester. There's oh, nice one, MiGly. There's very few left to go. So why don't we watch him plant the rest of these oaks here? In a speedy up fashion, of course. Look at him running on the spot. It looks like he's running on the spot. Hey, oh, the last one. Let's get up close and personal on the last one. Look at this. Proper perspective on the final oak to get planted and never get contaminated up in here. Oh, the apple tree! Hello, Paul! Plant the apple tree, go on! I completely forgot about the apple tree, and we've got to build on the background there, banging away on the levee. I don't think they're going to get it in time, but the apple tree's in! Oh, yes. You beavers are going to be eating better than any bloody colony I've ever had before. And yeah, now let's have a look at this. Now, if we're as optimistic as we were last episode about the bad water repulsion system, 0.2 days, we might have this in, you know. We might. It's only a couple of 100 bits of resources. We might have it in. But yeah, now, in reality, in 0.2 days, we're going to have... Morning, beavers! Get your arse out of bed! I know the drought started, but you need to get down those stairs that the drought started labels conveniently covered up. We've got all of these water slurpers paused. We might unpause some of them. We'll see how our water situation goes. Well, let's have a look. 452 water. That's going to last us 2 days until we're full. Damn. Well, in that case, aye. Get a beaver hijacking some water and making some bloody clay. Oh, you know what? We should probably store the clay, shouldn't we? We've got 30 clay storage here, and it's going to take 12 clay to get this up and running. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Yeah, no, I'm just not going to worry about it. Instead, I'm going to put a path with railings on the side here for the beavers. And a bonus little lumberjack flag that can see all the little spruces doing here. Now, actually, while I was spinning the camera there, this ruin slammed in my face and made me think, you know what, we should probably get some metal on the gun soon, shouldn't we? So where are the ruins of this map? Where I was, over here, and then in the middle here. Right, this looks like the one we're going to tackle first. I'm thinking we plonk some ladders on here, and once we have lots of science, pop some scavenger flags along the top there. Well, speaking of science, let's unpause all 4 of our science huts here. Get them grafting. Now that does leave us with need clay, but we do have enough clay made already to get the engine in. The only issue is, I didn't want to put a lumber mill. I want a bigger lumber mill, but I need science for that. You know what? Instead of concerning ourselves with that, why didn't we just watch this mad little dam get plopped in here? I can't wait until the next temperate season and see this bad lad trap 2 blocks of water like. And I picked this angle here because you'll be able to see how much the water level drops by the time the beavers get all of this built. And then see how many days the speedy up lasted for. And then, you know, sort of guesstimate how long the water just knocks about chilling in the river here. Because, you know, we'll probably need all that information very soon when we start getting 20+ day droughts. Oh, and it's bloody in! We're 7 days left! In case there's any viewers that have only clocked in this season, the reason dev mode was on there was so I could do speed 4. And if you want to believe I was cheating somehow, go watch previous seasons, mate. You'll be able to see how I cheat in previous seasons, pal. Oh, look at this! We can get the grill! Grill, 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 grill. It's grill o'clock. It's time to get grilling. And these radishes here, get them up at a maximum priority. Because apart from the lovely bell peppers that we like to plonk along the side there, This is going to be a big old cornfield. And thanks to a lovely crop override plant tool here, I can do a little overridey so the second they're ripped up, they get replanted. So why don't we get ourselves a tidy little angle where we can see the beaver planting all the corns and all the builders ripping up those radishes. Apologies it's in the shade, but we also wanted to see that grill hoose get smashed in. Did you see it? But now the grill hoose is in, we can change perspectives and get that top-down angle of this radish field becoming a cornfield. We got a bang here, plant there, soon we'll have corns and we'll be grilling them like nobody's business. Yeah, no, I reckon that song differs enough from the real one. I'm not going to get any copyright strikes on that. And now we got this in, let's recycle the resources for this. Pick those up, beavers, and then once you pick those up, and not before you pick those up, replace the lumberjack flag so we can chop all of these oaks up here. And I think it might be time to unpause these stairs at long last. Beavers can just get them in whenever, you know. Bit like this engine. Get it in whenever you fancy plonking the last plank in there. Ooh, and the water level's a bit, how you getting in it? We're getting down there, like, that might be gone in the next 3.7 days. How's the water looking? 200 knots? Oh, might be cutting it fine here. I'm not going to ruin it by hovering over the little thing there, but we might be bloody cutting it fine here. Another thing we're cutting it fine on is access to these trees and all. We're slowly but surely getting through this entire oak growth up the top here, and it's certainly not going to start regrowing by itself. We're absolutely flying through these pines here, and they're only 2 logs a bloody tree. We've got a handful of pines here, and we've got some birches over here. The only problem with birches is it's only 1 bloody log per tree. How many logs am I going to have to spend getting down there? Is it even worth it, you know? But we do have some oaks growing up! Oh, when did this happen? Hey, beavers, have you picked this up yet? Planks, need bother. We're just going to quickly sort this out. Plank storage in there. Beaver speed 3. I want these out. And we're full on storage there. Terrible management, MiGly. Do I have any builders or something? Oh, that's right. I've got 3 bloody grafters in here for that speedy up bit. Right, now we should have a decent amount of builders. Oh, no! Did it! A legend died! And I didn't even notice. Pal, you are an absolute legend. First of their kind in Fireside. And the sky will burn for you tonight. Just so happened to come over here at sunset with a big red sky. What a beautiful little set. And I love how we had 6 bits of clay left in this clay pit. And that's exactly how many bits of clay it takes to get the grill up and running here. Oh, I can't wait to be grilling some corn, like. It's gonna be grand. We need some storage for it. Now, we didn't need 2 bloody berry storage. You can be grilled corn storage. And the beavers have picked up this bit of rubble, which means maximum priority lumberjack flag. We need to start chopping down our very own homegrown oaks. Oh, I nearly bloody shat myself! Beavers, don't go to bed hungry and thirsty. Sort yourselves out before you go to sleep, man. You don't want to wake up on the wrong side of the beaver bed. But I did just clock, we've got 622 science. Let's get ourselves that large lumber mill that I've been yapping on about. Oh, well worth 250 science points for that big laddie. And do we finally get the final plank in here? We got 9 of them knocking about. Why the hell not, you know? We're growing our little fuel supply here, so why the hell not? Is this a builder beaver about to bang in the lumberjack flag? Why are you going to become a lumberjack as well? Or are you going to continue to be a builder beaver? Continue to be a builder beaver. I wouldn't expect anything less from Razzie, you know. Now let's have a look at our priorities here. We definitely need to get Old Mate unpaused. Now that leaves Razzie as our sole builder, but we know Razzie's a capable builder. I think Razzie's coming down here to hammer the little engine in. Are you, pal? Nah, just 2 beavers. Probably coming to collect some wood from our here. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. 20 out of 20. Pal, you can get paused for now. And if I've got 40 storage, that means there's 20 out of 20 up here now. Now the large industrial pile. Is that... Ooh, look at this. Oh, yeah. It's like the underground one, but overground. Well, I was going to say, I kind of don't really want to get one of these in because we could go straight for the underground pile, which is much bigger there and looks bloody fantastic. Look at that. Little bit of roof shelter as you gone in case it's raining. But I don't even know. I reckon we could do something fancy with a large industrial pile, like. But not really right now. It's an upper height building and we're not upper height just yet. And before we forget, unmarked cutting for the apple tree yard here. There's no worse than accidentally cutting down your apple trees, is there? Oh, look at what we have here! Mod update! And by mod update, I mean like update you on the mods that I have. One of them being smart power, which automatically pauses these little engines so they're not burning logs when there's need business to be had. And I think we should have some business in here, shouldn't we? Maximum priority builders. One of the other mods I have lets me tick prioritise by haulers before they're built, or before we have a hauling post as well. Very nice little quality of life mod, that. Oh, while I'm on here yapping about things that I've yet to yap about, I decided to pop this little floodgate system in here because it gives us this extra little pool of too high water. Now, I am still a bit fearful of this land bridge here, and if we're going to flood over the back but not over this side because the water steps down to 1 here before it comes up. I'm more concerned once we get above 1 over here whether that happens or not, but you know, we'll find out soon enough. And since we're back up to 4 builders, I think we can unpause the farmhouse. And you know what? Can we get inside this lumber mill? Oh no, it's a solid building! I was going to see if can we get a proper beaver banging perspective from inside the large lumber mill, but the answer to that is bloody no. And the best I can do is get the tidiest little angle possible and speed it up so we can watch these beavers banging this large industrial mill in. Ideally before this drought's over, because unfortunately as soon as we see water falling behind that block there that's sticking out on the aqueduct, it'll be time for the episode to end. And look at that! Barely a day and we've got the large lumber mill in. Maximum priority there, 2 beaver workers there. And we'll pause these 2 beaver workers here. We're net equal on beaver workplaces, but we're now twice as efficient. At least twice as efficient. Once we get haulers. Yeah, that's right. Beavers, get back to pushing your wheel. And for now, I'm going to plop haulers up on the top here. That's so the haulers can see whenever this lumber mill's running out of materials or any of these other buildings are running out of materials and need a bit of a top up, you know, they can see it. And that's going to have to be a 1 beaver workplace maximum priority. We are very quickly running out of bloody beaver workplaces here, aren't we? And we're going to have to do something about that, but not until the next episode. I hope you have enjoyed us pulling the Emberpelts out the shite here. I mean, we put them in the shite, but we pulled them back out again. As long as we don't count Reg, but Reg was a plebe anyway, he's long gone. We might pop a plaque on the repulsion system, you know. Partially built by Reg the plebe. And be keen for next episode, because next episode, we're going to be building an Emberpelt housing estate tower. Because I found something out about either one of the mods or update 7, and it is magnificent. I am so keen for this. You have no idea how bloody keen I am for this. It's going to be neck level. And the next episode will be out either next week on Monday or, if the mod still hasn't been updated for Lemon Canyoneers, on Friday. Either way, I'll be seeing yous then. Toodles!